That's Mr. Jackson Browne and his band of Renowned off the album Late for the Sky, The Road and the Sky. Before that, we had Joe Vitale Jr., our very special guest tonight, off his debut album Dancing with Shadows and Beautiful Girl. Hey, Joe, you're going to do something acoustically for us in just a second here, but let's talk about, you're talking about producing. You've done production work for Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Well, I've done some editing work with Steven primarily. I've done a lot of work on the Man Alive record that came out in 2005. Did all the digital, most all the digital editing work.
You're a real tech head.
Yes, I am.
Now, how long have you been a tech head?
Actually, I didn't get my first actual computer until I had a Commodore 128K back when I was in middle school. But I got my first actual Windows-based computer in 1996. And ever since then, I wanted to know how it worked, essentially. So I took the whole computer apart. I mean, I literally I sat down one day and opened the whole thing up and then rebuilt it, and it worked. So I got into it from that point on.
Where do these people come from who can do that, take that stuff apart and put it back together again?
It was fun.
I have it work, for crying out loud.
Oh, it was fun. I had my whole living room. I had my motherboard, and all the parts just in screws. The whole thing was all laid across the floor of my living room. It was wonderful.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, anyway, commercial-free music on the Summit and the Sandbox is supported by the Cascade Auto Group online at cascadeautogroup.com. You were nice enough to bring your axe with you up here tonight. We've got Joe Vitale Jr. with us, and you're going to play a track called Fight It or Self-Destruct.
Yes.
Man alive. What's this one about?
Well, again, we're talking earlier about, triumph over tragedy. The only thing that's kept me going all these years is God, essentially. And my faith in that. And I wanted to put a song together that'd be like, okay, we all face a lot of tough adversity in life, and I wanted something that people could listen to and, really get something from it. So I sat down and put this song together, and it was a lot of fun writing this down. But it's a very powerful song, and try to make it so you feel good, even though no matter what you're going through, you feel good about life as you're going out. Yeah.
As Robert Plant would say, it's a song of hope.
Yes.
All right. So here's a song of hope from Joe Vitale Jr. Fight It or Self-Destruct right here on Jim Chino's Radio Sandbox 91.3 The Sun.
Chaos inside, burned out, full of doubt, and all that's left me is fright. Still I stand up, I get tough, wipe the sweat from my eyes. I can still breathe, I still see, and you can't take that away from me. Fight it or self-destruct. Fight it or self-destruct. When life is crushing you down, just plant your feet on the ground and fight it or self-destruct. Too fast, losing track, everything's out of control. Close calls, through it all, gonna climb right out of this hole. Still I hold tight, can't lose sight, nothing gets in my way. I have to dig in once again, and I'll never stop till I win. Fight it or self-destruct. Fight it or self-destruct. When life is crushing you down, just plant your feet on the ground and fight it or self-destruct. Just fight it. Just fight it. Just fight it. what you can't control. You can't stop me, yeah, yeah. I never will self-destruct. You can't stop. No, you can't stop what you can't control. You can't stop me. I never will self-destruct.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Thank you.
Too bad we're not on TV. The look of intensity on your face was to die for.
Thank you.
Very nice. Joe Vitale Jr. off the new album Dancing with Shadows and Fight It or Self-Destruct. Jim Shadows Radio Sandbox, 91.3, The Summit. Also, we had Joe Vitale Jr., just the veins popping out of his forehead there as he did Fight It or Self-Destruct off his new album, his debut album, Dancing with Shadows. Joe, there are a couple of things that you wanted to pass along to your growing legion of fans here, so the floor is yours, my friend.
I just wanted to mention, thank you for having me on the program. Then I had a wonderful time.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Norsha, he brought me Norsha bread for crying out loud. I made an off the cuff comment the last time they were here, and there it is right there. Plus, my gosh. Your mom went to Lincoln High School as I did, and I got a Lincoln High School T-shirt now from the Alumni Association, no doubt.
Gotta have that.
Thanks for that.
Oh, no problem. But I wanted to say, though, too, the record itself, you can get it at JoeVitaleJr.com. You can also get it on iTunes. And I also want to mention that the local borders here, you can get it at the borders at the Strip here in Canton, in Cuyahoga Falls, Strongsville, Medina, and Fairlawn are also all carrying both records and my dad's book, Backstage Pass. And it's pretty soon it'll be in some, we're trying to get more and more. So, but right now you can get on the website and all the local borders here in northeastern Ohio.
All right, and once again, the debut album is Dancing with Shadows, Joe Vitale Jr. Joe, you know what? You're all right.
Thank you.
You really are.
I appreciate it.
And you're invited back, all right?
I think I'll definitely come back.
All right, thank you so much. Had a good time tonight? We're going to wrap things up with David Bowie with Sound and Vision. I'm Jim Shadow for Mr. Joe Vitale Jr. Over and out. Until again we meet, I say to you, the people, and you know who you are, peace, love, rock and roll, and good night.